From the state of Iowa show COVID-19 rates are on the rise across the state. And employees at one Marion business are on the road to recovery after being hit hard by the illness. KCRG TV9's Abigail Curtin is live in Marion with how Collins Road Theaters is overcoming a setback.
Well, as a smaller, locally owned business, Collins Road Theaters only has a limited number of staff. And when half of that staff contracted COVID-19 last week, owner Bruce Taylor says they struggled to make a profit. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic having officially ended in May, Iowa is still affected by the illness.
We've seen an increase in the number of patients with COVID, down a little bit from the week before, but an increase from earlier in the fall, which would not be unexpected this time of year.
Across the state, roughly 18% of lab survey PCR COVID tests came back positive at the start of December. That's according to Iowa Health and Human Services' most recent flu report. And this increase in transmission became so bad for one Marion business that it had to close its doors for a week.
Business went from 60 to 0 overnight, and so obviously that was a major impact. We had to go for a whole week without any business.
Out of a 16-person staff, 9 were sick, meaning Collins Road Theater lost out on a week's worth of profit. And owner Bruce Taylor says this makes it harder to afford recurring bills like rent. And one of the reasons Taylor thinks this happened in the first place is because many Iowans no longer consider COVID-19 to be a threat.
I think it's gone completely out of most people's mind. I mean, we always knew that it was there, but none of our staff was worried about everybody coming down with it at once. And so it was kind of a surprise, like, we've got what?
Dr. Arnold says this aligns with what he sees in younger patients, many of whom aren't as attuned of the dangers. But regardless of age or health status, he says the best thing Iowans can do to lower case numbers are to follow the existing COVID-19 prevention guidelines.
Cover your cough, clean your hands frequently, and also stay home if you're sick.
Collins Road Theater reopened today with employees wearing masks and disinfecting regularly to ensure transmission doesn't continue on to their customers. Live in Marion, Abigail Curtin, KCRG TV9 News.